pre-crushing function of ruler press promotes the separation of breaking and grinding and relieves the off-side service of replacing breaking with grinding of all of bone mills. However, after the technological progress, the bone mill design and grinding internal structure have not achieved the corresponding overall progress according to the new working conditions. How to position the bone mill from the technology point of view? Promote the bone mill to adapt to the new material condition environment. Further improve the working efficiency of the bone mills, and the perfect combination with the ruler press is our breakthrough innovation. The significance of the new concept process: establish working state of the bone mills under the new material condition and effectively combine with the ruler press, vertical mill, and other media and fine crushers. Improve the output, reduce energy consumption, improve the particle form, optimize the particle structure, and obtain the optimal performance of cement, or significantly improve the beneficial yield. Okay, now let's make an introduction about our new concept of grinding process. Under the new working conditions, to adapt to the new work, the internal structure of the bone mills must be changed. We put forward a new concept of single beam mill, which eliminates the impact of grinding efficiency of the bone mills, but also the fastest where the largest amount of maintenance of the compartment plate. The foundation of the single beam mill concept is the single operation of the bone mills. The pre-crushing system, before entering the mill, has completed the crushing work of the material completely. The single warehouse mill unifies the work of the bone mills, so that the movement of the material in the mill is more stable and smooth, and the quality of the material in the mill is more consistent. In the process system of ruler press, combined with grinding, the crushing function of the bone mill is no longer needed. We think that the bone mill grading is a false theory. The so-called gradation lacks a solid theoretical basis and effective practical proof. In the long-term operation of the bone mill, gradation is impossible to achieve. The greater the grade difference, the longer the chaos. We believe that only the uniform bore diameter has the maximum grinding capacity, because the uniform bore diameter has the maximum contact area with the material. The larger the bore diameter difference and the more grades, the smaller the contact area with the material, the worse the grinding ability. Uniform bore diameters are used in all of our industrial cement mill experiments. The results of particle morphology, particle structure, yield, and power consumption are satisfactory. Also, now let's come to our bone mill modified according to the new concept process. Reduces 90% of the bolts of the mill barrel, which not only reduces the manufacturing cost and accessory accessories of the ball mill increase the strength of the barrel body, but also eliminates the phenomenon of leakage of powder and material, and greatly improves the working environment of workers. Also, now let's make a brief introduction of our ball mill ceramic ball mill liners. This is our patented products. Okay. We put forward the ball mill system engineering theory, and according to the system engineering theory, in the ball mill grinding process to make epoch-making changes, design and launch the ceramic lining plates and metal ball combination to increase the output and reduce consumption. The proportion of ceramic is only about 47% of steel, which can reduce the weight of lining plates by more than 50%, improve the efficiency of ball mill, and reduce the energy consumption of ball mill. Ceramics have extremely high wear resistance, greatly reducing the running cost and the maintenance rate of the ball mills. In the mine wet grinding process, ceramic lining plate can completely change the status quo of short service life of ball mill lining plates in the mining industry, which is of great significance. Reduce metal pollution. Ceramic lining in the cement industry can maximize to avoid metal pollution in the grinding process, reduce the intake of chromium-6. Also eliminate the phenomenon of leakage of powder and material. Effectively reduce noise and improve the working environment of workers. The production of ceramic liner avoids the shortcomings of traditional metal casting industry, such as high energy consumption, labor intensity, and pollution. Effectively saves the limited metal resources of a human being and can make great social contributions to energy saving and emission reduction from production to application. Okay, so we have done the preliminary experiment of our technology. Our new concept grinding process has been used commercially on cement mills with diameters of 3.8 meters and 42 meters. Ceramic lining plates are used in industrial application with metal grinding balls on cement mill with diameter 3.8 meters. Okay, so what's the experiment results? In our industrial test of 3.8 meters and 13 meters long cement mill, a single beam mill composed of a combined self-cementing bolt-free liner has been successfully run for 7 years. Compared with the traditional mill, the output has been increased by 30%. The power consumption per ton is about 25 kWh, and more importantly, the service life of wear-resistant materials has been increased by more than 50%. In the cement mill with a diameter of 44.2 meters and 13.5 meters, the output of 42.5 grade cement stands is as high 290 tons, and the power consumption is about 24 kWh per ton. The output is about 200 to 230 tons, and the power consumption is about 30 to 33 kWh per ton. when the traditional design is used in the same type of the mill station, the ceramic ball mill lining board has been used in Tianjin Zhongxin cement plant for more than 60 months. It has been verified by the customer that the design is mature and stable, and the wear-resisting performance is extremely ideal, which determines the development direction of the ball mill lining board in the future and is an epoch-making product. Okay, this is our photos of our ceramic lining plates. You can see that our design of waves, different waves for cement grinding. Okay, this is the computer simulation of our mill liner design. You will notice the first photo, most of the grinding boards and the grinding materials are, floated in the air. No effective contact area. The middle one is a little better, but the third one, it has the biggest contact area. So it's the best design of mill liner shape. Okay, so traditional series can no longer meet the development requirements of cement and mining technology upgrades. Therefore, we propose a new concept of fine crushing and grinding technology. So what's the significance of our new concept process? First one, establishing the working state of the ball mills under the new material condition. Secondly, effectively combining it with the ruler press. Thirdly, increasing the output. Fourthly, reducing energy consumption. Fifthly, improving the particle shape. Sixthly, optimizing particle structure. Seventhly, striving for the highest strength of cement. Okay, so now let's come to the section 3. We'll talk about the ruler press again. The ruler press is an efficient fine crusher. The feed size is generally below 50 millimeters. Normally, the size of big feed particle is controlled within less than 5% of the ruler diameter. The output size is generally below 6 millimeters. In view of the working principle of the ruler press, it will produce a large amount of micro materials. So what's the application of our ruler press? Firstly, completely change the replacement of crushing by grinding process of the ball mills. Secondly, eliminating the concept of the crushing beam in the cement mills. Thirdly, increasing the length of grinding beam of the cement mills naturally by about 4 meters in the existing working conditions. Okay, fourthly, this greatly improves the efficiency of the crushing and grinding process. For cement plants, small and medium-sized mines, this is a significant process improvement. However, the wide application of the ruler press and the changes of the new material working conditions did not cause any change of the ball mills, which are the core equipment of the fine crushing process. Throughout the domestic and overseas ball mills used in the grinding section, 13 meter long is still 13 meter long. 2 or 3 compartments are still 2 or 3 compartments. The ball grading is still ball grading. the stamped liners are still stamped liners. Jimmy, what time now? 15. The ball mills with the highest energy consumption and the lowest efficiency in the cement and mine crushing process still remain unchanged. So the high efficiency of the ruler press, the low efficiency of the ball mills, and the fierce market competition have forced some people to dislike the poor and love the rich. The ruler press is used in an attempt to replace the grinding by crushing with a closed cycle ruler press system, trying to increase the final particles below 80 microns to 40%, 50%, 60%, and 70%. Also declare no balls with practical actions. 10 to 16 p.m. 16. It's well known that you can write down. Just let me know. It's well known that replacement of crushing by grinding is not okay, but replacement of grinding by crushing is not good either. Okay, so my dear friends, if you are interested in our wear-resistant mill liners, grinding boards, wear crusher parts, please feel free to contact us. Firstly, follow us on our Alibaba shop. So far we have 3 Alibaba shops. Also, you can write an email to us to mention your drawings, material grade, quantity, and your destination port. Then we will study your drawings and your inquiries. Then we will try to make a best offer for you. Okay, you are always welcome. Okay, let's continue. In the current production process in cement and mining industries, the main equipment is the ball mills, which cannot be discarded. More importantly, similar to the vertical mills, the discharge particle shape of the ruler press is mainly flakes and irregular shapes, especially in the cement industry. It cannot form a dense structure in the later concrete production. Compared with the round particles of the ball mills, the water storage capacity of concrete, which is made from cement, is increased by 6 to 8%, produced by press rulers, which is mainly flakes and irregular particles. Water is a void. The increase in water is not only an increase of cost, but also reduction of concrete quality. The increase in water storage also means the decrease of concrete fluidity, which also cannot meet the requirements of modern construction. So in the important concrete projects, cement in flaky or irregular particle forms should not be the first consideration. In mines, flake or irregular particle shapes will affect the yield of concentrate powder. There are different opinions on the granularity of the ruler press. The new concept believes that theoretically about 100 to 500 microns is good, and the work of adjusting the particle shape is left to the ball mills. The particle fineness should be properly left and the huge power of the ball mills should be available for working. In actual working conditions, as the main equipment for crushing and grinding, the ball mills, which consume a lot of electricity, is 13 meters long. To increase the efficiency and energy saving, it is necessary to give full play to its effective working capacity in the meeting 13-meter long grinding journey. Therefore, the discharge particle size of ruler press must be determined according to the working conditions and the maximum working capacity of the ball mills. Okay, let's come to the next section 4. We'll talk about the ball mills. A ball mill is a type of grinding machine. Yes. The rotating cylinder drives the grinding balls and the materials in the mill compartments to roll and slide together. The material is rubbed, deformed, and becomes finer between the grinding balls and the grinding balls, between the grinding balls and the grinding materials, and the mill liners. So this photo shows us the cement mill with a diameter of 3.8 meters and 13 meters long. This photo shows us a ball mill after the SAG mill with 11.2 meters in diameter. The statement that small energy and more impact is not accurate. With the application of AG mills and sand mills in large mines, and with the wide application of roller presses in the cement industry and the medium and small mines, the requirements for the crushing function of ball mills have been eliminated. The grinding theory of mining ball mills and cement ball mills is becoming more and more consistent. The working environment and the working purpose are becoming more and more consistent. The length of ball mills we are discussing is 8 to 13 meters, which is the most common in the current working conditions of the cement industry and mines. As for the cooperation with the roller press under the new material conditions, whether the ball mill is the best choice, what diameter and length of the ball mill shall be selected. The working theory of AG mills and sand mills is changed for crushing function. The above topics are not within the scope of our discussion today. Ball mill is a kind of grinding machine with a simple structure, convenient maintenance, stable production and operation, safe and reliable, and suitable for large-scale industrial production. Its adaptability to various materials and the good particle, shape, and structure of the final product are irreplaceable so far. Since its birth in 1891 until today, ball mills have been widely used in mining, cement, coal-fired power plants, chemical engineering, powder, and other industries. The mill diameter ranges from 0.5 meter in the powder industry to 12.2 meters in modern mines, and the mill length ranges from 2.1 meters in the chemical engineering industry to 14.5 meters long in cement industry. The ball mill has created a mile in the history of modern industry. Unfortunately, few people really understand ball mills. In the fine grinding process, bone meal is the key to improve the efficiency and reduce the energy consumption. Also, my dear friends, if you are interested in our sand mill liners, ball mill liners, ceramic liners, also chromoly steel liners, high chrome white arrow liners, nickel hard white arrow liners, and well placed, please send us your inquiries. You are always welcome. Also, firstly, also please follow us on our Alibaba International Shop. Also, you can write an email to us to mention your inquiry. Okay. So now let's continue. You know, the ball mill is a low efficiency grinding machine which effective power is generally about 15%. In view of the working principle of the ball mill, it is equipped with a driving motor with a huge power. With the development of industrialized production, the specifications of crushing and grinding equipment becomes larger and larger. At present, the common cement mills are usually 3.8 to 5 meters in diameter, and the motor is equipped with 2,800 to 3,500 kW. In large mines, the diameter of commonly used ball mills is 6 to 8 meters, and the power is 4,000 and 15,600 kW. The installed power of edge mills and sand mills, 12.2 meters in diameter, which come from the variation of the ball mills, has reached 28,000 kW. Also, you know, the large-size ball mills not only consume huge energy, but also are operating in harsh working conditions, which make higher requirements on wear-resistant materials. For example, in a semi-automatic mine mill with a diameter of 10.37 meters or more, the service life of one set of mill liners 400 millimeters thick is often less than 3 months. Therefore, the ball mill must increase efficiency and reduce energy consumption. So the new grinding concepts of ball mill system should be introduced. Also, you know, in fact, the working conditions of ball mills in the cement and mining industries have undergone tremendous changes. The wide application of roller presses, edge mills, and sand mills has reduced the fit size of the ball mills to the micro level. The so-called crushing silo has died out in name, and the multi-compartment division of the ball mills is meaningless. The effective length of about 10 meter cement mills provides a good foundation of the efficiency improvement and power consumption reduction of the ball mills. Under the new working conditions, the first important task is to clarify what's the main job for the ball mill. The new concept believes that the job of the ball mill is to adjust the shape of the material as close to a circle as possible, to adjust the particle structure of the discharged material to the best state as much as possible. In conclusion, to make the cement, to present the highest quality, to make the ore, to obtain the highest selection rate. So perhaps one day the ball mill will change its name to shaping machine. So Now let's come to the section 5, the internal structure of the ball mills. You know, under the new working conditions, in order to adapt to the new working condition, the internal structure of the ball mills must be changed. But how to change? We put forward the new concept of single compartment mill. The core meaning is cancelling the intermediate diaphragm plates. As you may know, the intermediate grade plates will affect the grinding efficiency of the ball mills, and the fastest wear cause the main maintenance. Also, the basis of our single chamber mill concept is the simplex work of the ball mills. The pre-crushing system before entering into the mill has completed crushing the materials. The single chamber mills unify the work of the ball mills. It makes the materials in the mills to run more stably and smoothly. It makes the quality of the materials in the mills more consistent. Also, please also note that the single compartment mill is by no means as simple as removing the intermediate diaphragm grade plates. More than 20 years ago, we put forward the ball mill system engineering theory. The working procedure of the ball mills is a comprehensive scientific system engineering. Also, my dear friends, if you are interested in our wear-resistant castings, such as mill liners, grinding balls, wheel crusher parts, also, we also have many different wear-resistant material series, such as high chrome white iron, nickel hard white iron, manganese steel, also martensitic chromoly steel, political chromoly steel. If you are interested in such kind of products and parts, please feel free to contact us, to contact EB China. Then you can get the best offer for you, the best solution for you. Okay, the length of 30 meters in the ball mill is a long journey for the grinding material based on the operation of the material in the single chamber mills. The maximum diameter of the material and the particle structure of the material are different from the feeding end to the discharging end. Each grinding section of the ball mills has different requirements for the rolling trajectory and activation of the material and the grinding media. So therefore, it must not remain unchanged. So the mill liners in the single chamber mills are often designed to consist of 5 to 6 types. In the industrial test of a cement mill with a diameter of 3.0 meters and 30 meters long, the single chamber mill installed with combined self-fastened boltless liners has been successfully operated for 7 years. Compared with the traditional mills, the output has increased by 20%, and the power consumption per ton is only about 25 kWh. More importantly, the service life of wear-resistant materials has been increased by more than 50%. In the cement mill with a diameter of 4.2 meters and 13.5 meters long, the output per hour is as high as 290 tons, grade 42.5 cement. The electricity consumption per ton is about 24 kWh. Okay, let's come to the section 6. Now we'll talk about the gradation of the grinding balls. In the Ruler press combined grinding process system, the crushing function of the bone mills is no longer needed. The new concept believes that gradation is a procedural theory. The so-called gradation lacks a solid theoretical basis and effective practical proof. In the long-term operation of the bone mills, the gradation is impossible to achieve. The bigger the ball grading difference, the more chaotic in longer running time. The new concept believes that only a uniform ball diameter has the greatest grinding ability because a uniform ball diameter has the largest contact area with the material. The bigger the difference of the grading ball diameters, the more the grade, then the smaller the contact area between the balls and the material, the worse the grinding ability will be. In all our cement mill industrial experiment uniform. Okay, John, could you please send us the live show link on Alibaba or Facebook to your Turkey customer about cement mill liners? Okay, you can invite him to watch our live show. Now we are talking about the cement mill liners. In all our cement mill industrial experiments, uniform diameter balls are adopted regardless of particle shape, particle structure, the cement output, and power consumption. Good results have been achieved. Okay, so let's come to the section 7. The material selection of liners and grinding balls. The new concept believes that the best wear-resistant materials must be selected, and both the liners and the grinding balls should maintain the best designed surface profile for a long time in the mill operation. Jamie? If now we are talking about the mill liners. If you have some customers on Alibaba, you can send the links, to the, because we are talking about the liners. Excellent wear-resistant materials are the technological basis for improving efficiency and energy saving. Excellent wear-resistant materials not only extend the life of working parts, reduce maintenance, and increase operating rate. More importantly, excellent wear-resistant materials can maintain the design shape of working parts for a long time. The shape supports the ball mills to achieve the best operating efficiency and produce the highest quality products with the lowest power consumption. Both the liners and the grinding balls should choose the best wear-resistant materials, which can achieve the most cost-effective operating level. There is no sphere-shield relationship between the mill liners and the grinding balls, as there are raw materials lying between them. Okay, so let's taking the dry grinding process represented by the cement industry as an example. The preferred material for liners and the grinding balls is undoubtedly high chromium cast iron. However, how shall we choose among the various high chromium cast iron materials in the current market? We suggest 3 principles for choosing high chromium cast iron grinding balls. Firstly, carbon content should be above 3%. Number 2, chromium content should be above 15%. And number 3, the hardness is more than HRC 60. The new concept believes that only the highest quality, wear-resistant materials can create the highest performance cost ratio, complete the heavy task of increasing efficiency and reducing energy consumption in process design, and meet the requirements of large-scale industrial production for crushing and grinding requirements. We do not approve of the current popular chromium 8, chromium 11, 10, chromium 11 grinding boards and liners on the market. The design concept of this material is only limited to the yield to the market, and there is no scientific rationality. Please remember, the high chromium cast iron invented by the Germans in 1946 is the chromium 50 moly 3. So the wear-resistant sleeves we produced for semi-heavy industrial, 3.7% carbon, 26% chromium, 1.8% moly, 1.2% copper, nickel, 0.6 copper in the comparative test conducted by semi-heavy industrial. The wear resistance of the wear sleeves we produced was increased by 37% in comparison of the world famous German elephants, which helped the semi-heavy industry to occupy the international market share. Okay, so simplified chemical composition design not only fails to produce excellent wear-resistant materials and cannot promote production, but also seriously wastes limited human resources. Our country's iron ore resources are very poor, and iron ore with about 7% iron content is used for crushing, grinding, and beneficiation. We must save every kilo of our iron. For the material selection of grinding boards in mind, weight grinding process, we strongly recommended new low chromium cast iron grinding boards, aiming at the energy saving and the consumption reduction of mines. We have developed a new type of low chromium cast iron grinding boards and successfully increased the hardness of low chromium cast iron grinding boards to about HRC 55. The impact value is more than 10 G. The combination of high-quality grinding boards and ceramic liners can effectively reduce chromium pollution. The pollution of hexavalent chromium to the environment is irreversible. Millions of tons of cement and various slags pollute the environment every year. The consequences are very serious. So my dear friend, if you are interested in our cement mill liners, coal mill liners, mine mill liners, sand mill liners, and AG mill liners, please feel free to contact us. You can follow us on our Alibaba International Shop. Then you can send us an email or send us online message to inquire us. You are always welcome. In the new concept of ball mill system engineering, whether it is cement or mines, whether it is dry or wet grinding process, we do not hesitate to recommend ceramic liners. This photo shows us the ceramic mill liners in application. This is ceramic liners. Neighboring them are high chrome white iron liners. This is our the simulation. This is our formulation of ceramic liners. Yeah, this is technical data. Our ceramic wear liners. So far, the ceramic ball mills has been successfully operated in a 3.8 meters and 30 meters cement mill for 64 months. Even though the ceramic liners are mixed with the high chromium cast iron liners, it is safe, reliable, and impeccable under the premise that the operating environment is not conducive to the ceramic liners. Okay, in theory, the wear resistance of the ceramic liners is more than 3 times that of chromium 15 cast iron liners, while the weight is only 0.46 times that of cast iron. The application of ceramic liners will save a lot of steel, protect human limited resources, greatly reduce maintenance, yes, stabilize production, reduce labor intensity of workers, increase production efficiency, also reduce the energy consumption. The ceramic liners can prevent excessive chromium caused by the wear of the liners. When ceramic liners are used in conjunction with the high alloy, high hardness grinding balls, it can extremely effectively reduce the environmental pollution of hexavalent chromium. So the ball mill has entered the area of ceramic liners. Okay, Sam, hello, Sam, could you please show these ceramic liners? Okay. Yes. Okay. So we'd like to show our ceramic liners. Show our ceramic liners to all of our friends here. Okay. So so far the ball mills has entered the area of ceramic liners. Okay. So this is our design ceramic liners, shell liners for cement mill. This cement mill is the diameter is 3.8 meters. Yes. Okay. The length is 30 meters. This ceramic mill liners has been installed in Tianjin Jinyu Cement Group for more than 64 months. Okay. So yeah, this is our design. No bolt holes. Okay. Thank you. So far the ball mill has entered the era of ceramic liners. We firmly believe that in the ball mill system engineering, the combination of ceramic liners and the metal balls will quickly spread to cement, mining, and other industries worldwide. The ceramic liner will make a brilliant contribution to the 2025 China manufacturing. Okay, so it's our best wishes. Okay, now let's come to our conclusion. So number 1, the new concept of crushing and grinding technology can increase the output of the ball mill by more than 20%, save about 20% of electricity, and extend the life of wear-resistant materials by more than 50%. Number 2, under the new working conditions, the work tasks of the existing ball mills have undergone a fundamental change. It is necessary to fully study the ball mills and use comprehensive technology to improve the effective power of the ball mills. Number 3, the ball grading theory in ball mills is of no practical significance. Only the ball with uniform ball diameter has the greatest grinding ability. Number 4, the single chamber mill composed of a variety of liners with different surface shapes can greatly increase the output of the mill and greatly reduce the power consumption. Number 5, excellent wear-resistant materials are the basis of the new concept of crushing and grinding technology. Number 6, in the ball mill system engineering theory, ceramic liners and metal balls will be the best combination, and it can effectively reduce excellent chromium pollution. Okay, so that's all for my speech, for my sharing. Okay, so thanks for watching. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, let's welcome our next live show. Okay, so welcome Shelley for her next live show. Okay. About cobalt alloy castings and forgings. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, Kesa, could you please take a photo for us? Okay, thank you. So Shelley will prepare for her PPT, and let's just wait a moment here. Okay. Okay, so Shelley will make her speech about cobalt alloy and nickel alloy. Okay, welcome. Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Shelley from EB China. Welcome to our lab show today about cobalt alloy and nickel alloy. Okay, the first one is cobalt alloy. Candle. Part 1 is day-night balls and seeds. Part 2 is cobalt 50 casting and forgings. Part 1 day-night balls and day-night seeds. The material for day-night. Day-night is hard alloy that can withstand various types of the wear and corrosion and high temperature oxidation, commonly known as cobalt chromium tungsten or cobalt-based alloy. Day-night is based on cobalt as the main component, including some nickel, chromium, and tungsten. You can see this table is chemical composition for day-night, such as day-night 3. For carbide is 2.0 to 2.7%. For manganese is less than 1.0%. For silicon is less than 1.0%. For chromium is 29 to 33%. For nickel is less than 3.0%. For tungsten is 11 to 14%. For iron is less than 3.0%. and the cupboard is balanced. Stainite 4. For carbide is 0.2, 0.8 to 1.2%. For manganese is less than 1.0%. For silicon is less than 1.5%. For chromium is 28 to 32%. For nickel is less than 3.0%. For tungsten is 12.5 to 15.5%. For iron is less than 3.0%, and the cobalt is balanced. Stainite 6. For carbide is 0.9 to 1.4%. For manganese is less than 1.0%. For silicon is less than 1.5%. For chromium is 27 to 31%. For nickel is less than 3.0%. For tungsten is 3.5 to 5.5%. For iron is less than 3.0%, and the cobalt is balanced. Stainite 12. For carbide is 1.1 to 1.7%. For manganese is less than 1.0%. For silicon is less than 1.0%. For chromium is 28 to 32%. For nickel is less than 3.0%. For tungsten is 7 to 9%. For iron is less than 3.0%, and the cobalt is balanced. Stainite 20. For carbide is 2.2 to 3.0%. For manganese is less than 1.0%. For silicon is less than 2.0%. For chromium is 30 to 34%. For nickel is less than 3.0%. For tungsten is 14 to 18%. For iron is less than 3.0%, and the cobalt is balanced. Okay. Next, the basic information for stainite balls and sticks. This one, the photo is stainite balls. The stainite balls is cobalt alloy. The hardness is HRC 45 to HRC 55. The mostly used material is stainite 20. This photo is stainite 6. The material of the stainite 6 is generally lower than the material of the stainite balls. The material is stainite 3 or A3. Next, some photos for stainite balls and sticks. You can see these photos is our different size for stainite balls and sticks. Next, painting photos for stainite balls and sticks. We have two types for painting. You can see one is cotton, the other is plain wooden box. Next, some videos for stainite balls and sticks. This video is for stainite balls. You can see it looks nice. The material is 3920 and the service is G100. Okay, next video. This video is process for stainline boards. Okay, next test report from stainline boards. You can see the material is stainline 3 or A3. The specification is diameter 31.75 mm. Chemical composition. You can see the carbon is ranged. The carbon range is 2.4 to 3.0, and the actual value is 2.95. For chromium, the range is 33 to 36%, and the actual value is 33.79. For iron is less than 3.0%, and the actual value is 1.7. For nickel, the range is less than 3.0%, and the actual value is 1.95. For silicon is less than 1.5. The actual value is 0.59. For tungsten, the range is 17 to 19.5%, and the actual value is 18.1. For molybdenum, the range is less than 1.0%, and the actual value is 0.11. For manganese, the range is 0.2 to 0.8. The actual value is 0.27. And the cobalt is balanced. Physical properties. You can see the hardness is 59 HRC. Okay, next, different signs for stainline boards and sieves. You can see cobalt alloy boards. Specification. Diameter 15.88 mm. The unit is 18 grams. Diameter 19.05 mm. The unit is 30 grams. Diameter 22.23 mm. The unit is 15 grams. Diameter 23.83 mm. The unit is 61 grams. Diameter 25.4 mm. The unit is 74 grams. Diameter 28.575 mm. The unit is 105 grams. Diameter 31.75 mm. The unit is 145 grams. Diameter 34.925 mm. The unit is 195 grams. Diameter 38.1 mm. The unit is 253 grams. Diameter 42 to 42.88 millimeter. The unit weight is 357 grams. Diameter 50.8 millimeter. The unit weight is 593 grams. The material is stainless 20. Cobalt alloy 6. The stainer is API LAP. You can see V11 to 106. The unit weight is 23 grams. V11 to 125. The size for bore is diameter 19.05 millimeter. The size of seat is odd diameter 23.32 millimeter. Inner diameter is 13.97 millimeter, and the height is 5.7 millimeter. The unit weight is 30 grams. V11 to 150. The unit weight is 50 grams. V13 to 175. The size of bore is diameter 28.58 millimeter. The size of seat is odd diameter 35.26 millimeter. Inner diameter is 20.96 millimeter, and the height is 5.7 millimeter. The unit weight is 69 grams. V11 to 225. The unit weight is 100 grams. V11 to 250. The unit weight is 126 grams. The material is A93 or A3. Okay. Next, I would like to show some samples for you. You can see this product is our samples for stainless balls. This one is big ball. You can see the diameter is 50.8 millimeter. This one is small ball. You can see the diameter is 15.88 millimeter. The material is stainless 20, and the surface is G100. This product is stainless 6. You can see the outer diameter is 23.23 millimeter. Inner diameter is 13.97 millimeter, and the height is 12.7 millimeter. The material is stainless 3 or A3. Okay, next. Export for stainless balls and seats. We have export stainless boards and seats to many countries, such as the USA, UK, Italy, Spain, Brazil, and Australia, and other countries. Our customers have very good feedback on our stainline boards and seats. If you have any inquiry for stainline boards and seats, please follow our shop. Thank you. Next, other products for cobalt alloy. You can see these photos is our products for cobalt alloy. First one is cobalt alloy welding rods and welding wheels. The second one is cobalt alloy round bar. The last one is cobalt alloy rings. Next, part 2. Cobalt 50 Castings and Forgings. The basic information for Cobalt 50. Cobalt 50 is a high temperature alloy material. High temperature alloy refers to a type of metal materials based on iron, nickel, and cobalt that we can work for a long time at a high temperature above 600 degrees and sinking stress, and has high temperature stress, good oxidation and corrosion resistance, good performance, and other properties. This photo is our products from Cobalt 50. Next, some photos from Cobalt 50. Next, some photos for Cobalt 50 casting and forgings. Next, test report for Cobalt 50 products. You can see the material is Cobalt 50. Chemical composition. For carbide, the range is 0.05 to 0.3%, and the actual value is 0.08. For silicon, the range is 0.5 to 1.0%, and the actual value is 0.66. For magnesium, the range is 0.5 to 1.0, and the actual value is 0.64. For chromium, the range is 27 to 29%, and the actual value is 27.7. For cobalt, the range is 48 to 52%. The actual value is 51.1. Okay, next. The dimensional check report for products. You can see this one is joints from Cobalt 50. Okay, next. The second one. The second one is nickel alloy. Alloy. Part 1 is manganese alloy. Part 2 is inconel alloy. Part 3 is hexalloy alloy. Okay, part 1, manganese alloy. The basic information for manganese alloy. Manganese alloy series products have excellent physical properties of high strength, high crossing resistance, and wear resistance. They have the advantage of long service life. Commonly used grades are manganese 400 and manganese K500. This table is chemical composition for manganese alloy. You can see manganese K500. For carbide is less than 0.1%. For silicon is less than 0.5%. For manganese is less than 1.5%. For iron is less than 2.0%. For copper is 27 to 33%. For nickel is 63 for 72%. For aluminum is 2.3 to 3.15%. For titanium is 0.35 to 0.8%. Manganese 400. For carbide is less than 0.3%. For silicon is less than 0.5%. For manganese is less than 2.0%. For iron is less than 2.5%. For copper is 28 to 34%. For nickel is more than 62 to 69%. So the material performance of manganese K500 is better than manganese 400. Next, test report for manganese alloy. You can see the material is manganese K500. The product is both. You can see the chemical composition. For carbide, the range is less than 0.025%. The actual value is 0.8008 or 0.009. For silicon is less than 0.5%. The actual value is 0.37 or 0.23. For manganese, the range is less than 1.5%. The actual value is 1.14 or 0.95. For copper, the range is 27 to 33%. The actual value is 29.4 or 28.9. For iron, the range is less than 2.0%. The actual value is 0.95 or 0.87. For nickel, the range is 63 to 70%. The actual value is 64.72 or 65.48. For Titanic, the range is 0.35 to 0.85%. The actual value is 0.71 or 0.73. For aluminum, the range is 2.3 or to 3.15%. The actual value is 2.69 or 2.82. Okay, next. This test report is dimensional check report for products. You can see these photos is our products. This photo is test report. Next, some photos from Monel alloy. You can see these bolts, nuts, and washers we sent to Australia, and the material is Monel K500. Next, photos from Monel alloy. You can see this photo is long bolts. The material is Monel K500. This photo is washer. The material is Monel 400. Next, some photos from Monel alloy. You can see this product is Monel 400 rings. The rings and the tubes we sent to next, part 2, Inconel alloy. The basic information for Inconel alloy. The biggest feature of Inconel series material is better crossing resistance. Generally speaking, the higher the chromium content, the better the crossing resistance. You can see this table is Inconel, such as Inconel 625, Inconel 718, and Inconel X750. So, the higher the chromium, the better the crossing resistance. Next, test report for Inconel alloy. This test report is chemical composition report. You can see the material is Inconel 625. You can see chemical composition for chromium. The ring is 22 to 24%. The actual value is 22.8. Next, test report for Inconel alloy. You can see this test report is dimensional check report for products. The photo is our products. Next, some photos from inconel alloy. You can see these photos is plain. The material is inconel 625. Part 3. Hastelloy alloy. The basic information for Hastelloy alloy. Hastelloy is a nickel basic corrosion resistant alloy and divided into two categories: nickel chromium alloy and nickel chromium molybdenum alloy. Hastelloy has good corrosion resistance. You can see this table is chemical composition for Hastelloy alloy. For example, C222, C276, and C2000.
Shirley, you are so great today.
Next, the basic information for Hastelloy alloy. Classification. Hastelloy alloy is mainly divided into three series: B, C, and G. It is mainly used in iron-based chromium nickel and chromium nickel molybdenum alloy. You can see B series. We have B22 and B23. For C series, we have C276 and C24 and C222 and C2000. For G series, we have G23 and G230. The most widely used the second generation materials is B22 and C276 and C222 and C24 and G23. Okay, next, some photos for Hastelloy alloy. You can see these photos in our products. The first one is Hastelloy alloy blend. This one is tubes. This one is round rings. This one is round box. And this one is foils. The material is all Hastelloy alloy. Next, last one is dental alloy. Chemical composition for dental alloy. The casting process of dental alloy parts is investment casting, also known as non-slab casting method. The basic process is to first make a wax model from wax or plastic. The surface of the wax model is coated with an embedding material to make the casting model, and then the molten alloy is cast into the casting cavity inside, forming a casting. You can see this This table is chemical composition for dental alloy. The first one is cobalt chromium dental alloy. For chromium is 27 to 30%. For molybdenum is 5 to 7%. For carbide is 0.2 to 0.26%. For manganese is 0.28 to 0.38%. For silicon is 0.75 to 0.97%, and the cobalt is balanced. This one is nickel chromium dental alloy. For carbide is less than 0.05%. For silicon is less than 1.5%. For chromium is 22 to 26%. For iron is less than 2.0%. For molybdenum is 9.0 to 11.0%, and the nickel is balanced. Okay. Next, demand description for dental alloy. The market for dental alloy is very broad because of the widespread dental industry. The demand for dental alloy has increased. As we all know, there are many kinds of dental alloy materials. There, we show the demand description for dental alloy of various materials. You can see this photo is demand description. You can see the first one is nickel dental alloy, accounted for 59% of the world. The second one is cobalt dental alloy, accounted for 31% of the world. The second one is nickel beryllium containing dental alloy, accounted for 7% of the world. The last one is others, accounted for 3% of the world. Okay, next, some photos for dental alloy. You can see these photos is our products for dental alloy. The material is nickel chromium dental alloy and cobalt chromium dental alloy. Next, some videos for dental alloy. This video is for nickel chromium dental alloy. Okay, next video. You can see this video is for cobalt chromium dental alloy. You can see this dental alloy is very small. Next, I'd like to show some samples for you. You can see this products is our samples. This one is cobalt chromium dental alloy. You can see the diameter is 6 mm and the length is 8 mm. This one is cobalt chromium dental alloy. The cobalt is balanced. This one is nickel chromium dental alloy. You can see the diameter is 9.6 mm and the length is 10 mm. The nickel is balanced for chemical composition. Okay. If you are interested in our products, then please follow our shop. Thank you. Thank you for your watching. That's all for my speech now. Welcome to our next live show. Thank you.
你今天讲好难语呢，谁给我挑的 PPT？ 我们给你挑的。来，自己说的，欣赏你心爱的小花虾，这太好看呀！看这条，1、2、3，贼好。
Welcome our colleague Joy.
你今天跟幸福。
Okay, if you have any inquiry for cobalt alloy and nickel alloy and dental alloy, please follow our shop. I would like code for you as soon as possible. Thank you.
我说那个。
This is John from China. Today I will show our resistance steel castings. As you may know, our parts that including wire resistance castings, and the part 2 is the heat treatment steel castings, and the part 3 is the high alloy steel castings, and the part 2 is the forging. And today I will show our heat treat cast. All our heat resistance steel castings. Let's use the high temper parts. And our parts that include the heat treatment fixture and the heat treatment basket, and also have some radio tube and furnace cooler and another casting like grid bars and
John,
slide pot.
John, sorry. So I think your screen is here. Try to face this screen.
and our transport making kettles and another cuttings. First, about our heat resistance cuttings, the progress that including the lustrous casting progress to make our heat treatment bucket and heat treatment trays. We do great brush also use the lustrous casting progress. And for our radio tube and some furniture and some other tubes and rounds, we use the progress in central figure cutting progress, and we can do shape as per our customer's size or as per the drawings. For heat treatment making kettles and some slant part, we use the progress in the sand casting program because this part is very big. And now we will introduce our material about our heat resistance steel casting, like this picture. The first one is GX 14 kilometer 27 and 4. And another we call it 1.483. And we can know this chromo is about 27 and the nickel is about only 5. And about our material, we often use the material is 1.4837. Then another we call it a GX for multi 20 and 30. And that means the chromo is 25 and the nickel is about 20. And we also have the material in 1.4848 and 1.4849. This material we can use the central figure casting tubes and furniture and some radio tubes and handboard is about from 950 to 1,000 systems. And another computer material is 2.479. This material is in its temper is more than 1,200. It's very popular to use the basket, heat treatment basket and heat treatment tubes. And we also have another material like screen casting iron QT4, 50 and 50 and casting steel like ZG2, 304, 50. And about our material grade for high temper furnace rollers. We often use the GX nickel chromo 28, and that means the material is 2 pot 4879. Like these photos, this picture is our frying pot. And we will introduce our basket, the treatment basket. We have a small symbol in our office. Like this part. This is very small. Like this. This long side is about 400 millimeter, and the wide side is only 200, and the high side like this. This side is about 40 millimeter, and we also do some marks in our basket like this. One pot. 4848. That means our used material is 1.4848. That means the chromo is about 25 and the nickel is about 20. Like this. Another small symbol like this. This is a treatment trace. Also is small, and the long side is about 500, and the wide side also is about 500. Like this. Also we do some marks in our parts, that including the head number, material number, and our more information like some computer logo, like this. This symbol is small, and we can do some marks. And about this part, we use the material. Material is resistance material, and our progress is what was progress. And if you have any heat treatment trace and heat treatment basket inquiry, please tell us. And now I will introduce our radio tubes, like these photos. This is some photos for radio tubes and some types. The first one is U type. And we also have double D types and W types and I types. Like these photos and radio tube used in the heating furnace. This is the types. And about our heat treatment material, non-spending is AST. TMA4 297 and that including the grade HH. That means 25 chromo and 30 nickel. Also have included in grade HK 25 chromo and 20 nickels, and HU 19 chromo and 39 nickels, and another XHP grade. That means 27 chromo and 35 nickels, like this. This type and with radio tubes, we also use the mercury, heat treatment mercury, and also use the programs that including the centrifugal casting progress to make the tubes, and the last was casting progress to make the elbow. And sometimes we also do some machine for OD side. And that like some radio tubes. And also we use the centrifugal castings to make some radio tube and folding ruler. And now I will introduce our centrifugal casting progress. And this progress is used to make some round part, like the round tube pipe, and another part. Like these photos, the first one is round, and our long pipe like this, and this is some tubes like this, and we use we do castings, and this photo we check our surface finish, and the OD side, on side, ID side, and the last picture is our packing picture, and we were packing them in a wooden case. That's these photos. And this is about our another part. The pathway is our model, centrifugal casting models. And we also call it a pattern, KTPR. And this is some of where we season tubes. Also use the centrifugal casting. And this way is a commodity rod. And the hardness is more than HRC 53. And this is the small rods. HS 2027, Chromo 27 rods. And the hardness is from HRC 14 to HRC 45. We also have the where we see this material ASTM A532 class 3 type A, and also means 25 global, and often we do MT test, like this picture, and some rows, have some rows, and we do machine, like this side. This is the machine our OD side, and we do PT test, and check our surface finish. And about our production progress. First one is the centrifugal casting progress, and we also do heat treatment progress, and we also do machine progress. And about our centrifugal casting theory, that including the wear resistance theory like chromomotive casting theory and high chromo white arrow theory, nickel hard white arrow theory, and high manager theory. And we also use the heat resistance theory like 1 48, 2.4879, and we also have some another theories, like SS 304 and SS 3 will also use the SS 225 double theory, and this is our ruler and slit like this. The first way we use the centrifugal casting to make our tubes, and we use the sand casting to make our shaft. And we wear a sample lamp and do machine like these photos. And this is our do machine for our slit. About our centrifugal casting, how to make a rod, we will show them. The first way is we use the centrifugal casting to make a bigger pipe, and then we check the casting pipe and do machine the OD side. And step 3, we cut the tube to make side rods. And 4, we check these rods and machine again to machine the OD side and the long side, like this pictures. And then we can get these rods, and we will check these rods, the size, that including the OD side, ID side, and the long side. And we also do PT and X test. And then we will set it like this. Yes, this is our some report that including our side, like ABC side, OD side, ID side, and long side, and our hardness test. This hardness is more than HRC 153. Our study all is passed. We also have some material report like this, that including the heat bomber and the study material like this. Because this pot, we can know our side and harness and the material all is passed. We can access them. This part. Okay, this is our centrifugal casting part. And if you have any centrifugal casting, please send our information and your inquiry. That including some rods, pipe, tubes, all material is okay.
Okay, next for John's one for live show.
我没看过，这样子。
赶紧站位，
OK，
站位。
拜。
快要到那个，谁拍我来拍，我来拍，你们先站。这个瘪了，
都瘪了。
赶紧找位置，马上直播要结束。
我在哪？
快站位。
谁还缺了？
你徒弟，那个 John 还缺，你还缺吧？
爆量品走来走去。
来，你给你拿个花吧。啊，快！往这站着太松了。哎，那个要不要搞一搞？不用，搞个材质单出来，还能搞出来。
往上翻一下东西。
哦，可以，就这个吧，古籍面积也行。哦，可以啊，粘了，放这吧。哎呀，你这个，要不要往这儿一点？都往这一点。来，1 2 3，下载一下是吧？好了，那句话会说吧？我按个视频对吧？说就是 EB China wish you happy 龙舟嘛 ，dragon 龙是 dragon， 舟是 boat，happy dragon boat festival 节日叫 festival。好，先来一遍哈，开始。来，1 2 3。EB China wish you happy dragon boat festival。这重来，我没来。可以吧？可以，来，再来一遍，这次正式的。1 2 3。EB China wish you happy dragon boat festival。好。哎，这个发送是啥意思？色情好多了。
实在去哪里
没事，你拿着吧。
结束了。
给你呗，这样吧。
是给你的。
快，那个大手机拿下来，要发WhatsApp。
下面是数据。
对，我帮你说了。